I decided to give FlowBite a try. And today we're going to look what FlowBite is, why we should consider using FlowBite for our projects, and how it can help speed up the development process of the projects. I'm here on the landing page of FlowBite, which is pretty much the documentation page. And as you can see, FlowBite is a Tailwind CSS components library. And it's also open source, which is cool. So basically, they took Tailwind CSS classes and they created basic components with them. Basic components like alerts, buttons, card, forms. Let's look at an example. Input, as you can see, all sorts of inputs. Typography, which is already the base in Tailwind, but it looks nice here. Modals, as you can see, we can toggle modals, and they wrote the JavaScript for it, so we don't have to. Navbars, really nicely styled navbars, which we can just copy the code, put it in the project, do some tweaks to adapt it to the project, and then breadcrumbs, and as you can see, all sorts of components here. Basically the base components you would need on a project. Of course, you would have to combine these. Think of it like the atoms. You will need to combine them to create molecules and then form the website with all of the components you build, but you won't have to style them from scratch. And this is what I want to try today. I'm going to start from scratch, add these components on our website, and see how fast we can get up and running to build a small template, a landing page maybe. So let's look at that. I have here in VS Code a folder with nothing in it. So let's start by adding an index.html, and let's look at the quick start of how we can get up and running with FlowBite. I'm going to put it there. And the quickest way is to use the CDN, the CSS file and the JavaScript file for all the functionalities. But they also say that is not the recommended way working with FlowBite because you won't be able to purge the unnecessary CSS. You should check out the build tools to properly set up FlowBite for development and production code. Since this is just an example project, I'm going to use the CDN because it's faster, but make sure you use the build tools here if you want to create something more robust and production ready. All right, let me copy this. I'm going to create a boilerplate here. Like that. Let's type FlowBite, add in the style sheet and the JavaScript file before the end of the body. All right. And open this with live server. And of course, we won't see anything because we don't have anything on the page. So let's start by adding a navbar. The simple navbar, the default one, it's not simple, has a bunch of stuff in it. So let's add it to the page and boom, look at that. We have a navbar. The logo is not working because we don't have the correct path here. Since I'm using their documentation logo, I'll just use their path. But here you can swap out with your own logo. All right. And the nice thing about this nav is it's also responsive. You have it trigger the mobile nav as well. So pretty cool. All right. That's the nav. Let's see what else we can use. I'm thinking underneath the nav, we can have sort of a header section. And also let's center the nav. So I'm going to wrap a container around it and have an MX auto. All right, so you can see it's nicely centered now. Good. So underneath here, let's have a header section as well with the class of container and MX auto. And let's see, on the left side, we might have some text talking about how cool the project is. And on the right side, maybe a sign up form. So let's have two divs. Here we're going to have a heading. And wait, like that. Our cool project. This is a text explaining how cool our project is. All right, and then on the right side, I'm thinking of using the form element here. Let's see. We pretty much want people to sign up, right? So let's use this form and see how it looks. Add in the form, save this. Okay, we need to style the heading, class, text for Excel. Also, we need to add flex to this. So that's big text. Maybe make it font semi-bold. All right. And make this flex and justify between. Cool, cool, cool. Good. And for this form, actually we don't need the wrapper div because we have the form. So let's just, I don't know, add some kind of a background to it. BG purple 600. Yeah, so padding 6. Make it rounded. Add a shadow. Text white. Text white doesn't work. All right, because I see it has text gray here. So let's remove text gray from here. Oh, we also don't need all the components. All right, so let's see. We would need what? Like a H3 here, sign up, and almost the same classes as the H1. Text to Excel, semi-bold, and maybe text center. Okay, and for the labels, yeah, we need the email and just the button. So we can remove the, I think this, the remember. Okay, and this can become, let's see, we have blue. Let's convert this to purple. Might not be best seen, but let's make it 900 and then, all right, good. And text small, rounded, pixel, text center. What if we make it a block and width full? All right, cool. Sign up your email. Okay, that will work. So we can get rid of this part with the password. Placeholder. Okay, good. And underneath the heading here, maybe add some space. Margin bottom 6. Make this an H2. X3. Make it bigger. Oh, design is not my strong suit, but hey, it doesn't look the worst. And we could also center this a bit. Where is it? Flex. We can have items center, right? Yeah. And these two text, also text center. Maybe make it even bigger, like 5XL and class here text XL. Yeah, cool. And the big padding Y of 20. We could use like an image here, but right now let's just have background purple 100. All right, it doesn't look the best. So we also need padding X 6. Well, if this will be an image, it will be cooler. Or we could get rid of this, let it span across, and just center the components inside. Container MX Auto. Okay, and put this to here. And obviously now we need to move the flex stuff inside this one. because that's the parent. So this is the parent now, where is our image, although it's just the purple stuff. And then the 4. Pretty cool. The nice thing that is that we didn't have to style the buttons and inputs. So that speed up the process quite a bit. I'm looking at the border there. Sorry, the margin. Margin bottom 4. Yeah. All right, good. I guess the designer will do this way better. But yeah, nice. All right, let's see what other components we could use. So underneath here, let's have like 3 call to action sections. Maybe 3 cards. Yeah, this one. Or even with image. I'm looking this, it might be like now like a blog stuff. But let's use this as a call to action section. So header, this will be another section. This will have a container and MX Auto as the classes, and then well, also flex and justify between. And inside here, we could have these component 3 times. And boom, look at that. Cool. And we can also add spacing between them. Wait, space X 4, maybe 6, and PY 6 as well. Some padding up there. And yeah, this is a call to action. Well, actually, let's not have it call to action. Let's have it the blog as a set. So an H2 blog posts, blog post, like that. Class, text, 3XL. I forgot which one I used for the heading. H1. I usually like to use, like if I use 5XL for H1, I like to use 4XL for H2. So going one step down. All right, so 4XL blog post. Okay, yeah. I messed up the layout now. Semi-bold. Because now we don't want this to be flex, but rather the wrapper of the posts here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wrap them and good. MX Auto. For some reason I removed that. Awesome. Text center. Margin bottom 4. All right. Pretty good. I think, yeah, MX Auto. I don't need that because it has the parent. And now just, let's see, we can change this to, I don't know, how cool purple is. And then the text, purple is the best color ever. You should get it a try. No, wait. Here are 10 reasons why you should give it a try. Yeah, next. And then again, this blue can become purple now. Awesome. Read more, of course. Let's see the next one. I don't know. Tailwind CSS is cool. Tailwind CSS is a, I have here the website, is a utility first, CSS first, packed with classes. Yeah, let's use that. Is a utility packed with classes. And it can do pretty cool stuff. Like that, read more. Again, this blue can be purple. And as you can see, it also has ring, so for focus and all that, which is quite nice. And the last but not least, let's see. FlowBite. build this blog with it, this app. Here's how I used FlowBite to build a quick landing page. And again, purple, whoops. Nice. Because of that, it looks kind of weird here. This takes up the whole space. So let's see. Space between. There was a way to make them all the same width. I think I need to flex one. I might not be aware of the class, sure, but let's try. Encoding is all about trying. All right, good. So now they're all same width. And I'd also like to push this button down. And that will be interesting to do. Shadow border flex one. We need to go to the bottom button and do margin top auto and convert this to flex. Flex and flex column. Items start. Yeah, something like this. So basically it will push the button down because now this is a flex component as well. So let's copy this to the second one. Flex one as well, good. And the bottom margin top. All this is already down because the text pushes it, but auto. And now we can see this working again here. Read more, margin top, auto. All right, good. So now the bottom, the button, no matter what, will be pushed down. Cool. Blog posts, maybe some more space there. Just customization and stuff. All right, good. Awesome. So blog post. Let's see what else we could use. We used forms, we used card. We obviously used typography because it's built in with the Tailwind part. And we used the Navbar. Let's have a table. Although I'm not sure. Yeah, I just have the table on the page. Let's see how it looks. Container, MX Auto, and have the table. Boom. Nice. It looks really good. And you can just come in and change stuff around. And it will, yeah, you adapt it to your own content. Good. And maybe let's have a model as well. Let's see how easy to add a model. Basically, we want the button and then the main model backdrop. I'm not sure what the backdrop does. In order to create a model with Tailwind CSS, you only have to add model data model toggle model ID. Data attribute where model ID is the ID of the model. So here at the bottom, there is a data model toggle default model. Okay, and then the ID is here. All right, let's copy it. And I want to add a button here. Okay, so that's in the Navbar. Let's see, we have our, we need a list of links, about us, features, pricing, contact, right? Yeah, good. So after this, I want another li, which will have, well, let's put the entire code here. Yeah, toggle model. Okay, it pushes the content a bit down. But yeah, look at that. Terms of service. It works. We can change, obviously, the... Yeah, I hate how it wraps up here my code because it's too long. So model, toggle model. I don't know, this could also be like a sign up form of some sort. Like no, I read terms. Terms. Let's just put terms like that. And it pushes down the content. So it means that the parent of this flex space y, it should have also items center. Right. Good. And let's push the button to the end. So the last li where we have everything here, can we have class ml auto? Yeah, no. And probably because the UL is not full width, right? Items, height. Let's look at the code. Block UL. Can I have width full here? Yeah, but won't work because the parent is not width full. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Flex 2. Yeah, it's interesting how it's not spanning across. I'm missing something of how to push that to the right. But, well, actually I could have used another navbar. See? I was over engineering, but yeah, look at this. Could use this now. Let's do that. Because that already has the button on the end. So instead, this navbar, which I spent too much time working on, I could use this navbar, which already has everything I need. Save it. Look at that, cool. And it just needs HTTPS flowbite.com right now for the image. Let's look at the other image tag. All right, but yeah, obviously you don't need. It has, yeah, look at that. It has the drop down as well. Cool. As you can see, they built a bunch of stuff here to simplify the process of creating components. And they're continuing to develop this open source library. So it will get better and better. Nice. Yeah, let's change this to the model we wanted. So this is the button, view notifications, bell icon. Yeah, this one. Let's use the model here. As stupid as it might look like. But yeah, let's use this. Toggle model. Of course, we want to customize it a bit. And terms. Why would someone add terms here? I'm not sure. Purple. We want margin right 4. And let's see. So font, medium, large, text. It doesn't have a height. It has the height by this padding. So let's make it small, like 2.5 and 1. Okay, good. And the idea, it will still work. Opens the model. I will just leave this as it is now, but yeah, we have drop down, we have model, We have the Navbar, we have the blog post, kind of a table. There's also badges, breadcrumb from, and all of that. Yeah, so all in all, I like the idea of it. Of course, like I built this on the fly with no prior planning. So imagine what you can do if you plan the content out beforehand, if you have a design as well, and especially if the design is built on top of the components here. It can really, really speed up the process of building a website. This is pretty good. If you want to try out FlowBite, I'm going to put a link in the description. And you can also check out the GitHub repository. You can give them a star. As you can see, a lot of people started using it. And they also have, if I'm not mistaken, Figma design, which you can customize. I'm not an expert of Figma, but as you can see here, you can customize stuff. Probably if you're familiar with Figma, you know better than me what this is for, but I'm just a silly developer who just likes to code stuff. All right, I hope you enjoyed this and you found it useful. I'm definitely going to give this a try when I want to quickly get the project up and running without having to like figure out, all right, how should my button look like? Just copy this code and be done with it, especially in a React.js environment where you can create components. Well, you have the components here already. Maybe you will create the molecule. So like you put together a couple of buttons with some text and then just reuse that molecule over and over in your code. All right, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.